14 Best Places to Live in New Jersey. New Jersey is one of the most expensive states in the U.S. Finding the right place to live can be a challenge if you have certain budgetary considerations. You'll need to minimize the exorbitant costs associated with living in New Jersey to find a value for the money you can spend. There are, however, some reasonable options if you know what to look for and in what areas. To help you, we've compiled our own list of 14 best places to live that offer a superb life in return for a reasonable cost of living. One. Ho-Ho-Kus. At the top of the list is Ho-Ho-Kus, a small borough with a population of just 4,000. The per capita income in the borough is 60% higher than the national average. The median household income beats the U.S. average by 197%. Despite having just one public school, the average test scores here are 36% higher than the national average. 97% of the residents are high school graduates, and over 70% hold a bachelor degree or higher. As for safety, the borough's overall crime rate is 81% lower than the national average, making it safer than 82% of the cities in the U.S. Turning to jobs, the unemployment rate in the borough is 35% lower than the rest of the nation. The poverty level is even lower by 89%. Thanks to all these qualities, Ho-Ho-Kus gets the first position without any tough competition. Two. Ridgewood. This large village with a population of 25,000 people didn't have to work hard to rank second on the list. Supported by 11 public schools, Ridgewood's average test scores are 36% higher than the rest of the nation. 97% of its residents are high school graduates, and more than two-thirds hold a college degree. The per capita income here is 144% higher than the rest of the country. The median household income, 182%. Being one of the best-off towns in New Jersey, Ridgewood's unemployment rate beats the national average by 40%. Poverty is almost non-existent here when compared with other parts of the U.S. The overall crime rate is 76% lower than the national average, which means it's safer than 91% of other cities in the country. The only downside of Ridgewood is its high cost of living, but then again, high cost of living comes with living in New Jersey. The average cost of living in New Jersey is more than in most parts of the U.S. So if you're looking for the best of New Jersey, there is no escaping a higher cost of living. You can only try to minimize it. Three. Chatham. Looking for a place where more than 3/4 of the adult population holds a college degree? Come to Chatham. 77% of its population possesses a college degree, and just 2 of the people in Chatham didn't complete their high school education. The high standard of education is reflected in the high per capita income, which outperforms the national per capita income by 139%. The median household income is even higher, 176% higher than the national average. The unemployment rate in Chatham is 63% lower than the national unemployment rate. The overall crime rate is 1/3 of the national average, making Chatham safer than 90% of the cities in the U.S. As for education, The kids of the highly educated Chatham residents have 6 public schools to go to, and these schools have produced average test scores 35% higher than the average scores for the US. In short, if you're looking for a place with smart, educated people all around you, Chatham's the place for you. Four. Upper Montclair. Upper Montclair is another small, peaceful city of academics and intellectuals. 82% of its residents are college graduates. 99% of the total population has completed their high school education. No wonder the average test scores in Upper Montclair are 19% higher than the national average. And the city has all the blessings of highly educated residents. The unemployment rate is 43% lower than the national average. The poverty rate is 73% lower. The median household income is more than 3 times the median household income of the country. The per capita income is 179% higher than the nation's. Crime is a rare occurrence, and the city is deemed safer than 85% of other cities in the US. Again, you don't get this utopian environment without paying the cost, and this cost is the high housing price, which is 266% higher than the national average. If you're looking to rent a place here, be prepared to pay 75% more than you would in most parts of the US. 5. Haddonfield. Haddonfield is for people who are looking for a mid-sized borough full of life. The borough has several parks, including the much-frequented Hopkins Pond. But it's not just the parks that make Haddonfield an attraction for health-conscious people. No 2 points in the town are more than 2 miles away, which means you can easily walk to any part of the town. This is one place in New Jersey where you can live without a car. The median home price here is 154% higher than the national average, and the median rent is 29% higher. The unemployment rate in Haddonfield is 42% lower than the national average, and the poverty rate is down by 73%. Also, Haddonfield is safe, actually, safer than 82% of other cities in the US for kids. The town has 7 public schools in addition to a private school. 6. Hillsdale. Hillsdale is a borough in Bergen County with an area of 3 square miles. With a small population of 10,000, the town is known for its tranquility and safe environment. The town's crime rate is 86% lower than the national average, which makes the town safer than 94% of the cities in the US. The education system of Hillsdale is second to none. It has 4 public schools, and its average test scores are 28% higher than the rest of the nation. 95% of the residents are high school graduates, and 52% hold a college degree. The overall crime rate in Hillsdale is 86% lower, that is, it's safer than 94% of the cities in the US. The per capita income here is 65% higher, and the median income is more than double the median household income for the US. The unemployment rate in Hillsdale is 32% lower than the national average. All these factors team up to give Hillsdale the 6th position on this list. 7. Westfield. If you are looking for a good place to live in New Jersey that's not too small and lifeless, but not too large and chaotic, then Westfield may be the place for you. The city has a population of 30,000. 13 public schools provide top-quality education to the kids of Westfield and keep their average test scores 32% higher than the rest of the nation. 95% of the people in Westfield are high school graduates, and 67% are college graduates. The per capita income, as well as the median household income, is 130% higher than the national average. Poverty is almost non-existent since it is 82% lower than the national average. Westfield also benefits from a very low crime rate, which makes it safer than 83% of the cities in the U.S. The city also has an excellent transportation system. All in all, Westfield deserves the 7th position on this list. #8. Little Silver. With a small population of 6,000, the town of Little Silver offers a lot of what a desirable place should. Like any decent place, the quality of education is a reflection of the town with 3 public schools and a 93% high school graduation rate. The test scores here are 34% higher than the national average. 69% of the people who live here hold a college degree. The per capita income is 136% higher than the national average. In fact, the median household income is 187% higher than the national average. The rate of unemployment is 40% lower than the national unemployment rate. If you're still not overwhelmed, know this: the poverty rate is 82% lower than the national average. With such excellent focus on education and professional life, it doesn't come as a surprise that Little Silver has 66% less crime and is safer than 88% of other cities in the U.S. All things considered, it's a small, peaceful and secure township, and definitely one of the best in NJ. Essex Falls. Essex Falls is a small town with a pretty good reputation. With a small population of only 2,000, it's a relatively calm town. Although it has only one public school, it is enough to cater to the needs of the pool of students living there. The fact that 98% of residents are high school graduates shows just that. In fact, 72% of the residents are college graduates. Average test scores in Essex Falls are 41% higher than the national average. So basically, almost everyone in Essex Falls went to high school, and more than half the residents went to college. The impressive education statistics may be why the crime rate is 89% lower than that most other towns in the country and considered safer than 94% of the other U.S. cities. If you're going to live in Essex Falls, you're probably not going to be unemployed, because the unemployment rate is 65% less than the national average. That's why the poverty rate is 81% lower than the national poverty rate. Essex Falls is an excellent place to live in because the residents are educated, unemployment is low, and the average income is high. 10. Glen Ridge. If you're looking for the kind of place that's small, but not too small like Essex Falls, you might want to consider Glen Ridge. It has a relatively small population of 8,000 and offers a peaceful and nice lifestyle. Glen Ridge has an overall safety rating that makes it safer than 70% of all other cities in the U.S. The crime rate is 26% lower when compared with other towns. Plus, The poverty rate is 78% lower than the national average. Low crime and poverty rates are indicators of decent localities, but the most conspicuous indicators about the lifestyle of a town are the ones that concern education. There are 4 public schools in Glen Ridge, which is just about right, 1 school per 2,000 residents. The fact that 98% of residents are high school graduates shows that the public schools are doing a good job. In fact, 78% of residents are also college graduates. Education and crime aside, the median household income here is 201% higher than the national average. So all in all, Glen Ridge is a nice little city with a wonderful set of residents.